Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us at our party in the park. And we want to thank everyone for supporting South Park Theater, the Bethel Park Public Library, and the Bethel Park Community Foundation, who without their generous grant, we were not able to do everything that we did here at the park. But today's activities, there's a lot of food. Sid West Comfort Catering. We have Bethel Bakery there for the dessert. You have beer, wine, soda, lots and lots of raffle baskets. And there's a lot of other specialty activities going on today. But I want to do a quick introduction. Lorraine, this is her world. She is the director of South Park Theater.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you and welcome to South Park Theater for those of you who have not been here before. I would just like to point out that we do have theater tours going on right now, so if you've never been inside our theater, I hope you'll join us for that. Every 15 minutes up until 5:30, we're going to have tours to take you backstage, through our dressing rooms, and up here to check out our children's theater stage as well. Thank you so much. I welcome you into my home, and I'm so grateful to have you all here.
Thank you. And also we have Christine. She is the director of the Bethel Park Public Library, who is also benefiting greatly from our party in the park and the relationship that has been created between these two amazing ladies. So we have the library doing a few activities here too.
So we have Missy Lane at the children's craft table. We have a scavenger hunt, and we're also making masks, like theater masks, this afternoon. So stop by and see Missy Lane. And Al Levine, the talking machine, is over there. And he'll be coming around to sell you 50-50 tickets soon.
Okay, but please remember we have 40 amazing baskets over there. We have a 50-50 raffle, lots of food, lots of drink, and we will be doing a special ribbon cutting at 6 o'clock. You can't miss the bright pink ribbon up there, and that's just going to showcase the amazing patio, lighting, tables, and everything we have here at the theater now. So once again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being here and supporting these groups for Party in the Park. Thank you. As part of today's festivities at the Party in the Park, a lot of this has to do with the children's theater programs here at South Park Theater. So, Lorraine, why don't you introduce us to your director for the children's department?
I'd love to. This is Emily Lawrence Reagan, and Emily started out watching our children's theater shows when she was just a wee one. She then grew up to perform in our children's theater productions. She then went on to intern with us and is now the director of children's theater, education, and outreach. She is is our South Park Children's Theater queen, and I can't wait for you to meet her.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Did you like that introduction?
I am blown away by that introduction, actually, so thank you so much. Thank you.
So tell us about the children's department.
The Children's Theater Department here at South Park is a very special place. We have students between the ages of 6 to 18 from various school districts all throughout the county. Our biggest school districts are Bethel Park and Chartiers Valley and Peters Township currently. But what's really special is that these kids come out here and perform because they're passionate about theater, and then they make friends with kids from other school districts that they wouldn't normally know in their hometowns, and they go and support each other and see their shows throughout the school year and then come back here to enjoy children's theater every summer.
So how many students do you have here in the children's theater programs?
Currently, we have about 20 kids per production, and we're doing 5 shows this summer. And then we also have 2 shows this fall as well, which will have about 20 kids each per show. We also have a summer camp that runs for a week and a half, and we already are at full attendance with 30 kids between the ages of 6 and 13 for that as well.
So when you said that the youngest is 6,
Yes, sir.
How do you judge that?
It really depends on the maturity of said 6-year-old. Usually if they are capable of standing up on stage, memorizing lines and performing,
Okay.
then they're good to go for
So
us.
they need to read and
They need to be able to
memorize.
read, memorize, take direction well enough. And that's usually great because our directors are teachers, so they can assess that in the audition
So
process.
if somebody is watching and wants to get their child involved, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
Absolutely. Well, you can start off first by sending me an email, emily@southparktheater.com. I'd be more than happy to get you started with wherever your child is at, whether they want to take a class, be in camp, or take their shot at auditioning. I can get you all that information from there. Our website is also a good place to go just to see what we have offering right now.
Okay, well, Emily, Lorraine, thank you, and I understand you're going to do a performance shortly.
Yes, we
So I'm
are.
anxious to see it.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Lorraine.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming, not only to our event, but to also sit on our lawn and watch our children's theater performance tonight. Our students will be performing 3 musical numbers, 2 from our upcoming season and 1 from our previous season for you all this evening. Our children's theater program has students between the ages of 6 to 18 from various school districts across the county participating each year. And we're so very fortunate to have some of them here with us tonight to perform for all of you. And I would like to give them the chance to introduce themselves to all of you this evening. So please, take it away.
Hi, my name is Gabby Stokes. I've been with the theater for 6 years and I go to South Park High School. Hi, my name is Stefan Engel. I've been with the theater for 5 years and I go to Churches Valley.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Gallagher. I've been here for 4 years and I go to Peters Township High School.
Hello, I'm Vivian McGregor. I've been doing South Park Children's Theater for 2 years, and I go to Neil Armstrong Middle School and Bethel Park School District.
Hi, I'm Gabriella Luisi. I've been at the theater for 5 years and I go to Peters Township Middle School.
Hi, I'm Josie Mansolich. I've been at the theater for 9 years, and I go to Thomas Jefferson High School.
And hello, I'm Emily Lawrence Reagan. I'm the Director of Children's Theater Education and Outreach here at South Park Theater. I have been here for 14 years. And now to start our performance for you all this evening, we would like to welcome you to the 100-Acre Wood with our upcoming production of Disney's Winnie the Pooh Kids, opening July 30th here on the outdoor stage.
Winnie the
Willy-nilly, silly old bear.
The 100-acre wood was full of lots of creatures. Some were happy, some were small, some were really, really tall.
Everyone different, which is kind of cool if you think about it.
Deep in the 100-acre wood, you'll make us a brand new friend. A happy-go-lucky neighborhood where childhood never ends. Our civilized sleeping safe and sound, and greeting us snacks galore. If you listen closely, think about that you can hear the sound of roar. Winnie the Pooh, Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Pooh. Tubby Lou, Tubby all stop, there's lots to eat. Winnie the Pooh, Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Pooh. Willy-nilly, silly old bear. Winnie the Pooh, Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Pooh. Tubby Lou, Tubby all stop, there's lots to eat. Winnie the Pooh, Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Pooh. Willy-nilly, silly old bear. Willy-nilly, silly old Silly old bear. Our next performance for you this evening, we are traveling back in time to last season with our last holiday musical that took place here on the outdoor stage from our production of Lights of Jingle Bell Hill. We hope you will join us this year in November of 2022 when the holiday musical returns to the indoor stage. For right now, we would like you all to enjoy this heartwarming song about inclusivity for all people titled Share the Light.
Christmas is a time for friendship, showing one another that we care. I see a light in the window.
Our final production for you this evening is from our first show of our upcoming summer season called Big Bad Musical, a courtroom musical comedy that follows the trial and errors of the Big Bad Wolf. This is a musical showstopper for the ages. We hope you will join us here on June 13th when that production opens.
Your Honor, we have evidence that Mr. Wolf is responsible for the attacks on Little Red Riding Hood, the Three Little Pigs, and the boy who cried wolf. Only one beast can be capable of all this vandalism, and that is you, Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf, your criminal days ain't gonna happen no more. We got a history of hiding out scary little girls in the woods. We got a wolf who's been stealing sheep and eating just as much as she could. And here's a poor old woman who was standing for a thief in a hood. You're nothing but a thief in a hood. And now the big bad wolf ain't gonna scare nobody no more. No more, no more, no more. I said the big bad wolf ain't gonna scare nobody no more. No more, no more, no more. He's going straight downtown and he ain't coming round no more. No more, that's for sure. No more. He's got a history of vandalism, some townhouses for fun. Oh yeah. He's been a huffing and a puffing and a getting little pigs on the run. Oh yeah. And Mr. Wolf, your prowling criminal days are done. Your criminal days are done. And now the big bad wolf ain't gonna eat nobody no more. No more, no more, no more. I said the big bad wolf ain't gonna eat nobody no more. No more, no more, no more. He's going straight downtown and he ain't coming round no more. No more, that's for sure. No more. Woo! Now the big bad wolf ain't gonna scare nobody no more. No more, no more, no more. I said the big bad wolf ain't gonna scare nobody no more. No more, no more, no more. He's going straight downtown and he ain't coming round no more. No more, that's for sure. No more. He's going straight downtown and he ain't coming round no more. No more, that's for sure. No more. He's going straight downtown and he ain't coming round no more. I hope you got indigestion.
We're going to start here in the lobby. This building was in 1930, built in 1930, and it was originally for the South Park Fair, the county fair, as a conservatory. So this was a big flower place where they had all the flowers. It was converted to the Conservatory Theater in 1977 under the direction of Shirley Custer, and that's the plaque that's out there that he was pointing out. What's happened now is Lorraine has been able to get Penn State Master Gardeners to take over, and they're going to use that as their demonstration gardens. So all summer, yeah, it'll be lovely out there for the summer. Now, there was no climate control in here, and patrons sat on metal folding chairs. So we've come a long way, as I think you'll see. This lobby here, this is where they have the list of the programs up there. That's our summer program, as well as the children's. We have somebody in the box office today, if you want to make a ticket purchase or subscribe for the whole season. That would be wonderful. We started out after 1995, when Shirley passed. Audrey Castor came in because they were going to just disband the theater altogether. And she applied for its use as a theater and founded what is now called South Park Theater. It was a summer stock theater. It became with 4 adult shows and 2 children's shows. We now operate year-round with 8 main stage shows and musicals on the indoor and 7 children's productions on the outdoor stage, acting and design classes, workshops, and 2 summer camps. So sometimes there's 2 performances a day here. We have up to 140 performances every year. They come in Saturday night, strike the set, build a new set on Sunday, so they're ready for tech Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, show on Thursday. So yeah, there's quite a bit of turnover there. A lot of work comes into this place. Main Stage Theater seats 136 people. 2 of them are already there. It did not always sit that many. It was smaller. When Audrey came in, she found a way to kind of expand the sides and increase the seating. And then Lorraine had a chair drive so we could get rid of the uncomfortable chairs, and we have something a lot more comfortable to sit on. So she's very grateful to have the strong subscriber base that we have, which is the bread and butter of the theater. And many of the subscribers have been coming since the days of the metal folding chairs. Now, what you see here is the almost finished set for Moon Over Buffalo. It's the first main stage show of 2022, and it opens this Thursday. So our actors and designers will be here every evening this week and all day tomorrow, rehearsing and bringing all of the technical elements together. Actors are local talent, so anybody can audition. Most of them have day jobs. Some do make a living as an actor. The theater hires a team of professionals for the set, props, costume, lighting, and sound design, most of whom have degrees in their field to produce professional productions over the summer. This is the shop, as you can see. This is where a lot of the construction takes place. This wasn't always here. This used to be just the dressing room for the adults and the children. We had to share. Didn't go over very well. Mostly because adults are cranky. So then we go to the dressing room. This doubles as a green room. As you can see, the costumes are ready for Moon Over Buffalo. So you'll be seeing them on stage if you come. This green rooms are literally green, and most theaters have them. They're kind of a waiting room where actors congregate close to the stage when they have some time between scenes, and then they don't have quite so far to go. So next we're going to go to the annex. If you've been wondering, and I had questions last time, where do they keep everything? That would be the annex. So here we go. They carved out a section of this area so that the children would have a place to be instead of bugging the adults.
Wow.
So that's the boys' dressing room. And this is the girls' dressing room, but everybody gathers in there before the show, and usually it's very loud.
Yeah.
And we now have our own prop area. I say we because I've been directing children's shows for 25 years here. And I don't know if I told you my name is Sandy. There you go.
Okay.
I'm Sandy, and I've been directing children's shows for 25 years here. So I have seen a lot of growth and change in the theater, and having this area is one of the nicest for children's theater. We're going to go through the annex, and you can peek around into cubby holes so you can see. This first section is where our costumes are. So you can go around the side there if you like. See what all we have. Storage for the costumes, all kinds of costumes. Props are up high, costumes, hats.
I love costumes.
Like, how awesome. That's cool.
Does the theater take donations? Yes. If you want to go on around, there's dishes, electronics, lamps,
Oh my goodness.
furniture.
Look at all these props.
We pull from those for every show, and somebody else gets to put them back.
They really do have a lot of dishes. Look up. So cute.
A lot of these have been donations. People have donated different items. All the different telephones. I don't know if you saw those.
How wonderful. Oh, look at all these. There's like a treasure trove of paintings.
paintings.
Yeah, like what do you want to put on your wall? Just come pick something.
I like all the.
On everything.
How cool. Well, you never know when you're going to need one of those.
Sure.
And it's so much better to be able to pull from your own stock rather than having to
Be off.
go someplace. But a lot of the community theaters do help each other out. There was a time when we were doing Fools, and we needed to borrow a cow from a little lake, and I stuck the cow in the back of my car. Its head was sticking out. My daughter says, I'm so embarrassed, I'm so embarrassed. We drove the cow over here.
Oh, that's funny.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at all the chairs hanging from the ceiling.
Chair heaven, I call that.
That's crazy.
And this area is a rehearsal area, so when they are performing main stage, the next group is getting ready to perform, and they'll rehearse here.
Oh.
And if it happens to do something we don't like coming down from the sky, we don't use that R word here. The kids will be in here if it's not being used by adults. So, yeah. So I'm going to take you now to Children's Theater.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is my home for the summer. First of all, before I get into Children's Theater, I want you to picture the structure up there with no roof, no side wings, no flooring, just the framework, which is what it was, they put flowers and things up there. But then there were flats. So there it was. That was our stage 25 years ago. And no sound system. The flats would be painted. And because we had no roof, after each production, we would have to take the flats off and store them back into the annex and then reset them for each show. No sound system. The children had to be loud. It was difficult. We still had people come, so it was all good. So a lot of changes since then. We now have, obviously, the improvements. Audrey was able to get donations, so we were able to have the roof put up there, which helped protect the set so we wouldn't have to take the flats down. We have the floor put up there so it's not a sea of mud and grass growing up through. We did have a problem with mud in the back because the water comes down the hill. And lovely mud pit if you ever wanted to have a party, but they have since built a boardwalk. So donations are just a big thing. It's so nice to have Evie be part of our family, so to speak. So now I'll give you the details that they want me to give you. All of our performances take place here unless something falls from the sky, and then we can't. So we do an anti-R dance. We have about 120 kids audition every summer, and we cast anywhere from 60 to 70 if we can. We try to get as many as we can, but can't do everybody. They perform in the season for free, except for the experience that they get, and the tickets to the show are just $5. And what happens here is they get a lot of experience, so they take that to the stage when they audition for children for the high school productions, and you hear them come back and say, I'm just a freshman, but I got a part, I'm not in the chorus, because they have that confidence and experience. And then they remain friends, because they're all different school districts. We have homeschool, we have charter schools, everybody filters into this, and they meet kids from all over Allegheny County, and some have even come a little bit further, so they remain friends for. I've heard them talk about, I'm going to so and such a college, and I met somebody on the theater, and they told me they'd take me around the college there. So they maintain these friendships. It's really kind of neat, and just to see them grow and experience. And they'll start out as kids in the audience, then they'll graduate to being on stage because they've seen it and they say, oh, kids are doing it, I can do that. And they get up there and they do it, and then they become maybe an intern here or a stage manager. And like our executive director for Children's Theater, Emily Reagan, she was in the audience. I was the director of her first show here, and she went to college for theater, and now she's the director of Children's Theater. So it brings them a lot of experience. To me, Children's Theater is everything. Yeah, go see the adults, yeah. Come see the children, because that's where it all begins. And really, that's all I have to say. Do you have any questions?
No. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time.
Okay, as part of the Party in the Park event that we're doing, A lot of the partnership is between South Park Theater and the Bethel Park Public Library. And not only are we renovating the facility, the gardens, the building and so forth, but we're partnering with the Bethel Park Public Library to enhance what we're doing with the children's department and the outdoor stage. And one of the new additions to the Bethel Park Public Library is Friends of the Library.
That is.
So tell us about the Friends of the Library. What is the new group that you're putting together?
Thanks, Andy. I'm Jessica DePrampero. I'm involved with reinvigorating the Friends of the Library as a group of volunteers that is looking to really enhance and make even more robust the services and the facilities that we offer to the community. We're looking to do some public and some private fundraising to bring some new large-scale projects that we should really be able to shoulder ourselves to the community and expand into some of the demographics that would maybe like to use the library more. We're looking to offer some volunteer opportunities for people, and we would just like to really incorporate the Friends of the Library into the day-to-day operations of the library.
It sounds like a amazing branch or wing, let's say, of what the Bethel Park Public Library is, and we know that our community runs on the volunteers and the partnerships in the community. The library needs the community needs the library, so I think it's a great program that you guys are putting together on it.
I'm very excited to be a part of that.
Thank you for sharing that information. And how can people get involved?
People can get involved by contacting the library at friends@bethelparkpubliclibrary.org or phoning the library and asking to speak with Christine McIntosh or to forward a message to me. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. It is 6 o'clock now, and if you know anything about me, I'm trying to be very punctual. So welcome again to Party in the Park, and once again I want to thank 3 organizations who made all of this possible. First and foremost, we have quite a few of the trustees here from the Bethel Park Community Foundation, and without their amazing generosity and grants, we would not be standing on this patio right now, which was 100% funded by a grant from the Bethel Park Community Foundation. So thank you to all the trustees that are out there for kicking off this project, because without doing the patio, nothing else would have happened. So thank you for that. And then from there, the Bethel Park Public Library, Christine and her staff, Christine, the director of the library itself, the partnership that has been formed between the library and South Park Theater is amazing, and we are setting new standards in Allegheny County and through ACLA, the Allegheny County Library Association. This partnership is unique, and we are going to see more and more of these partnerships around Allegheny County. So thank you, Christine, for the library and what you are doing with this. And of course, South Park Theater. What else can I say about South Park Theater? I've been preaching them. I think people are tired of hearing me in the community talk about South Park Theater. I know these 2 lovely young ladies aren't tired of me talking about it, but it's been a passion to get them up and running. And their first performance is Thursday.
That's right.
So, and it's an indoor performance. So we are really, really excited to have them back and have the theater in full gear and have everything that is going on with the theater and having them a tremendous part of our community. So thank you to South Park Theater for putting all this together. And then this event itself would not be possible, this fundraising event, without some tremendous sponsorships that we have had for this specific event, but I know going forward. And let's start with some of the food and beverage. Well, first, one of our gold sponsor was Peak Energy. I know none of the executives are here from Peak Energy, but they are very much involved in our community. And then we have a silver sponsor in Lois Johnson Learning and Child Care Center, and they are very much involved in our library, our school, our theater. So thank you to Lois Johnson. The food sponsor, the food was catered by Sid West Comfort Catering, so the food is amazing. Thank you, Sid West. And I want to say the food was actually sponsored by Ma and Pa's Country Kitchen. which is an amazing restaurant in Bethel Park. They could not join us, but they still wanted to sponsor, so they said, yeah, we'll just give you $1,000 to pay for food. So thank you very much from Long Cross Country Kitchen. And then we have the beer sponsorship, Brittany Hollick, State Farm Insurance Agent. Brittany and her family are here. Brittany is past president of the Bethel Park Community Foundation. Thank you, Brittany, over there, and it was under her leadership that the partnership was formed to have this project done. So Brittany was our president at that time. Brittany, thank you very much for your help and support. And then also the wine. Carrie is a team player on the Bethel Park Public Library. Thank you, Carrie, for everything you've done. Chizeski. Okay, thank you. And Carrie, that's her team from Sotheby International Realty. So they sponsored all the wine, so I hope you're enjoying the wine. Thank you for Carrie on that. And I will say, take a little humble bow on it, but our platinum sponsor was my team at EV True Value Hardware. We have, thank you. We've been a partner here for a long time. We love our community and we love everything about it. So I know I have a lot of my employees floating around. Anytime I tell them there's free food, they're here. So guys, gals, you're all over here. Thank you very much for everything that you do for me and for our community. And also desserts, Bethel Bakery. I'm sure everyone has had some of the desserts over there, so thank you very, very much to Bethel Bakery for sponsoring all the desserts and helping to fill our bellies. And then we have a tremendous number of bronze sponsors. So we have South Park Shops, PS Wood Machines, Brentwood Bank, Sidwest Comfort Catering, the Yugoslav H&E Home of Coverdale, Clearview Federal Credit Union, Gills Cafe, Ivory Brook Academy, the Law Office of Samuel Moore, 412 Property Sisters, and All Pro Plumbing. So those are all our sponsors for this event, which would not have been possible without them. Then I want to spend a couple minutes on everything that has been done at this facility, and I have a few people that I want to thank on this. Starting with, I told you, the Bethel Park Community Foundation gave us a $21,000 grant to pour concrete over weeds, as it was first pointed out. So I think we got a little bit more than concrete poured over top of weeds. But I want to thank Dave Santel. Dave is here, and his company, Santel Landscaping. They did this amazing concrete work, and trust me, we got a lot more for our money than that small grant that paid for it. They were here for weeks taking care of this, putting this damn concrete down, a lot of the planning and everything else. Dave, thank you. It is absolutely gorgeous, far exceeded our expectation on that. And then moving on, the garden. I can't talk about where this garden was 4 years ago and what it looked like compared to what it looks like now with the help of the Penn State Master Gardeners. And they have been just working their butts off getting this garden, but before they even took over, I want to say Doug Oster. Is Doug Oster still here? There's Doug. Doug is an amazing organic gardener. I've known Doug for, I don't know, 17, 18 years through KDK Radio and TV. And I called Doug and said, Doug, I know it's December. We have a party in April 23rd, and how can I get flowers to grow on that? And he looked in his magic crystal ball and said, if we plant 2,000 daffodils on January 10th, they're going to bloom on April 23rd. And look what he got. So I want to know how his crystal ball was able to say if we plant January 10th, it's no January 11th, and these daffodils are absolutely gorgeous. So Doug, thank you from the bottom of our heart for making this garden as gorgeous as it is with all these daffodils. From there we have John Oates All Pro Plumbing. John moved air conditioners from this side to the far side, but then he also donated furnaces. And we have heat in the theater. We have heat, we have air conditioning, so now having performances year-round in the theater are quite possible thanks to John Oates and All Pro Plumbing. So does that excite you?
Yes, it's great, it's great.
Okay, and then there was just a little bit of electrical work done. How about all these lights that are over top of the patio? How about these lights working? How about the electrical? PJ Schoenstein and his family are here. DJ, thank you. You're an amazing electrician, and thank you for all your work and effort on running the electricity. I have Nicholas Galliette over here. Nicholas, he's a mason, but he's also a carpenter. And we asked him, because it was snowing, if he would mind changing a lot of wood trim that was around, and he put down his bricks and his trowel, got out his hammer again, and just went to town replacing a lot of wooden rotten boards that were on this theater. And now look at it. So, Nicholas, thank you very much for that. And then, of course, the painting had to be done. And we have Rick Hessler back here, our painter. Rick, he finished yesterday, but he had promised as soon as the weather broke, and if you didn't know, we got what, 20 days of rain in April? So I'm not sure how he got it all done in between raindrops, but Rick, the building looks gorgeous, and thank you for your skill. Then one more back to the garden was Jim and Lisa Jenkins. I haven't seen them. They said they were coming, but Jim and Lisa Jenkins also helped Doug. They donated a lot of the flower bulbs that, and Doug donated a lot of flower bulbs, but also a couple of the trees that you see planted there were donated by Jim and Lisa Jenkins. Now, how about these windows? Have you guys looked at this picture, and this before and after picture? This picture shows a window that was 100 years old, and that's what the windows were in this building. And if you look at these windows now, they're about 2 weeks old. And so these were donated by Metropolitan Window, John and Maggie and Justin Smucher. And I know that they are here somewhere. There they are over at the court table. But these windows, those that have been in the theater, we haven't had windows, I don't know, 30 years since windows have opened in this theater. They open now. So these windows are just absolutely stunning. And then from there, I really want to talk about a little bit of our partnership with Allegheny County. This building is in Allegheny County. This facility is owned by Allegheny County. Lorraine is a tenant of Allegheny County. And the partnership with Allegheny County has just been tremendous. A lot of people say, oh, Allegheny County. No, none of that is true. We have had a tremendous partnership with Allegheny County. And I just want to thank Rich Fitzgerald, Andy Beckley, and we have Eric here, Eric Williams. Eric, we couldn't have done everything we've done without your help and assistance. Clarence Thompson, Rich Daniels, Willie McLean, Representative Natalie Mihalik, Devin Robbins. Devin is here. Thank you, Devin. Thank you very, very much. So we thank you guys very much for allowing us to make this project possible. And then along with the RAD board, we couldn't do it without the partnership with the RAD board. And Amy Anderson.
She's the Allegheny County Library Association. Amy Anderson is the new CEO of the Allegheny County Library Association. She just started in November. And Alia Khan, she is the ACLA board president.
Okay, sorry I did not know those two. They just keep adding things to me. But once again, the partnership with Allegheny County is just absolutely tremendous. And none of this project would have been possible without their help and assistance to get all this done. And with that, I'm out of things to say. How about you? Do you have anything to add?
I always have something to say. So, as Andy said, I'm Christine McIntosh. I am the Executive Director of the Bethel Park Public Library, where we provide opportunities to explore, learn, create, and connect. So I'm very excited to see everybody here. I'm very excited to be part of this event. And I am also very excited that Lorraine and I and the South Park Theater and the Bethel Park Library have developed a partnership. If you don't know, we are both assets of the regional asset district, so that's that extra 1% sales tax that you pay in Allegheny County. We are both assets, so they're always looking for us to partner, and we have found a great way to do so. So, actually, I think we're getting more off of you than you're getting from the library. But so staff and volunteers from the theater are teaching youth and also adult classes related to theater and acting. And then Tuesdays in May, Missy Lane, am I correct? Tuesdays in May, we will be doing story time here at the Outdoor Theater. Last year, last couple of years we've been doing outdoor story time because of COVID. It's very hard for our staff, who are amazing, to project their voices to 80 or 100 people. So we will be coming here, and we'll have some audio equipment so that we can accommodate more people. So we're very excited. And then also, thank you. The library is trying to rejuvenate or reestablish our Friends of the Library group. So we have some information at the table over there if you want to become a friend. The friends are to help fundraise and help advocate for libraries in the community, in the county, and also in the state. We're very grateful to the municipality of Bethel Park. They do provide 64% of the library's funding, which can be highly unusual in this county, and to the Regional Asset District, who provides a substantial portion of our funding as well. So, great to meet you. This has been a great year, and here's some more partnering in the future.
Lorraine, Emily, thank you very, very much. And
I sure do. Are you kidding? I'm a theater person. Thank you all so much. I did want to mention one more partnership that I'm very excited about with the library. Is we're going to be co-hosting a musical theater trivia night.
God, I forgot all about that.
Yeah. We're going to do a musical theater trivia night, I believe, on a Wednesday evening in July. So check back, the 13th. Thank you. July 13th, right here on our new patio. So that's going to be a wonderful new partnership opportunity event that's come out of this. So thank you so much. I will keep it short. I just wanted to tell the story about how last year at the end of our season, I came out here and Andy started helping us with just some wonderful things. He always has. But he'd given us some gravel to put up there, that huge pile of mulch back there when my dad and I were spreading mulch on Tuesday nights. He would just give us, I think, not time to say.
I was scared.
Yeah, I just so he's always been so generous for us, and I asked his professional opinion, as I do on so many things, handyman related around here. What can I do to help maintain, keep under control the weeds that were growing in this gravel around here, and just kind of make my job a little easier, make my job a little bit more theater related and less weed related. And he said, how about we put in a patio, and how about we then held an event on that patio? And I thought, boy, that's great, but no way, no way. And here we are tonight. Everything that Andy promised,
Including good weather.
including good weather, happened. And I couldn't be more grateful. He has started calling me literally every day. He will call or text me with another wonderful thing. Just, 2 days ago, well, maybe a week ago at this point, he called and said, hey, I got you a grant for 50 free gallons of paint. I mean, this man is just wonderful. So I just wanted to express our gratitude and everyone in the park there. And I'm so grateful for the connections that he's forged, not only with the Bethel Park Community Foundation, who's been a longtime sponsor of South Park Theater. I'm sure you've seen their ads and their programs for years now, but also now at the library. You're going to start seeing a lot with them, especially in connection to our children's theater. It's such a great partnership. So I really feel like tonight is the start of a long line of wonderful partnerships, not only with these wonderful people beside me, but so many other organizations. And I think that's the way forward for all of us. So thank you, all of you. I am so excited about what's going to happen next. We are finally going to cut the ribbon on this beautiful patio. So please join us in celebrating, and I expect a big cheer if we finally get through this thing. Okay, thank you. All right, here we go. You ready? Let's put a hand on. All right, let's do a count of 3. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
chair.